folks, welcome or welcome back. Today we're doing something different. I don't really do my budget on my channel, but today I feel like I need to. First of all, I keep making these forms and putting them on my Etsy, and I'm not actually going through them, so I want to do that. But I also want on record for myself how I'm doing it, what I'm doing. So I'm not sure I'm even going to post this, but if I do, I appreciate your grace in this being my first time going through my system that I've been doing, but I want to make sure I might come up with something else I need. And I can't seem to actually get through the whole process at one time. So if I film it, I know I will. Anyway, this is my Jane's Agenda stuff. The cover is from her. This cover is from her, and then the dashboard as well. I love this. I am from Ohio. I call myself a country girl, and I love this. So anyway, there's that. I have not copied my goals into here. This is just a list that I made. I have an idea for it, but I haven't filled it out. My yearly expenses with some other expenses down here. I am going to start doing a 3-month type layout, well, not layout, budget, because I want to plug these in to whatever paycheck that it's going to come out of. So just in case, you never know. That is my bank accounts. Not sure what I'm going to do with that. I made this out of tissue paper. I think it came from one of the Jane's Agenda boxes. It was just really pretty. So there is that. And then we get into, I am tracking my income. I have to transfer it from this paper to here. But there is that. And then I also made a separate for side hustles, which is my Etsy, any Ko-Fi, anything like that. I have not filled that out yet, but those are in the front. And then I go into my calendars. This is what we're gonna go over some in a minute. And then I have my January and February already in here. And then this is my paycheck breakdown section. This right here is the tissue paper from, if you remember my Happy Mail a while ago from She's Got It, that tissue paper, whatever she sprayed on it, lasted forever, the smell. And I love this design. So I laminated it. This separates my months from actually my monthly bills, not my monthly bills, but my paycheck breakdowns. Okay, so this, I've had this for a while. You've seen it. Monthly bills tracker. This is my everything I need to do in the month tracker. I do have December filled out. I have it to the side because I have a whole bunch of notes on it. But this is what I'm getting all my information from for my paycheck breakdown. I'm going to put that back in its section, which is my next section. Going in there. Okay. These dividers are Jane's Agenda as well. Okay. So what I usually do is I fill out my monthly bill tracker with the due dates, what the bill is, and the amount due. I do all of that at the beginning of the month. And then I do my calendar, okay? I like checking it off. Plus it shows me where my bills fall. You just usually don't see this. One sec. Okay, I forgot my stickers. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this while I'm on here. What I forgot to do was put my paydays on here. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Let's see. All right, so I did get paid on the 5th. And hopefully I get this done today. To get paid tomorrow. Okay. So just put that over there. What has been paid? Now, before I go through this, December has been a funky month, and there's things that should have been paid that will not be paid until tomorrow. I'm gonna let you know that now. So, I think I'm just gonna mark them with this green. So rent, I had a YouTube that came out. Klarna came out. And then my .com was paid. And let's see, that is pretty much it. So yeah, tomorrow's paycheck is a biggie, and has to take care of pretty much everything. So the next couple of weeks is going to be real little on savings, and that's fine with me, as long as all my stuff's paid. So there's the monthly. It is what it is. All right, so we are doing the 12/19 paycheck. I do get my pay stub via email. Well, you know, I do direct deposit, so it tells me when I have access to my pay stub on the system. So tomorrow we will be getting, all right, it is 1948.21. I do not have any other income, so we're just going to mark that out. My accounts, I have not done that yet. This little spot here is to go through all of your accounts and see what your balance is, so you can have your total cash flow to pay all of your stuff. I haven't done it. I know 3 out of 4 of them are completely empty, so I'm not really worried about it. It'll be some cents that I just roll over. Okay, so we are doing electric, which is I'm gonna round up, so for the budget, oh, I can't write today. 72. Gas, that is for my apartment. 84. Verizon is my cell phone. It's 131. Xfinity is 128, which is my internet, my Wi-Fi. I don't really have any streaming services that go into that, but there are a couple that come with my cell phone, and I'm looking into combining these two. I just have to sit down and actually do the research and figure out what would be cheaper. I know it would be cheaper. I just have to figure out if I want to go cell phone and internet with Verizon or Xfinity. They offer both. Right now, this is what we got. Car insurance is ridiculous. And I keep being told that it is the area that I live in. It is $391 for full coverage on a 2015 vehicle. Yeah. I don't have a sports car or an SUV or anything like that. So I don't know. I need to make another car payment. So that is $328. I do pay for iCloud, and I know there's a different way to do this as well. But there are a lot of things in my iCloud that if I change and lose some of it, I can't lose some of that. There's a lot on there stored that has to do with my son that passed away, and memories I can't get back. So if anybody has a way to do the transfer and not lose anything, that would be really helpful. Let's see. I do have, okay, Microsoft 365. That is 18. I think it's 18, yeah. 18. And that includes an overdraft fee because I did not get my cash back into the bank before that came in. It really hurt my feelings. Okay, and then let's see what else. I have 10, 20, $32 in, no, that's not right. I have 10, 20, $23. That's what it is. $23 for YouTube. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. So this thing here, if you put it this way, all right, my income, 1948.21. I'm gonna say account 0 because I doubt there's more than like $5 in there right now. So 1948.21. So my cash flow, what I'm paying these bills with, will be $1948.21. Envelope totals, I have not done that. But in this little bundle, there's a check-in where you can do your envelopes, figure out what you have in here to use for, if you're doing this for monthly or like subscriptions or something, that's what this is for. So the envelope total on this page would go here. I'm going to say 0 because I literally have a few things that I have going on, and I'm not pulling them. So that is not a part of what I'll be using for bills. All right, so fixed, make sure you guys can see that. We're gonna add this up. 128, 391, 328, 28, 23. That is 1185. All right. Okay. So my fixed income, my fixed expenses, 1185. So to go to the next page, I'm going to do the math. Minus 1185. We have $763.21. And I did this setup because when I had everything on the one page, I kept tweaking things. And I mean, how do I say this? Instead of doing a full payment on something, I would tweak it and put a little bit more in something else, or that debt payment doesn't need to be that much, so let me put a little bit more out of there into savings challenge or emergency, or I need a little extra gas. No, I need to know exactly what I need to pay, which is this. So the $763.21 is going to go over here, and this is for $1219.25. Okay, so we got our fixed bills kind of paid. This is what we got left. All right, most of this is going to go into 3 debt payments. So we have, wait a second. We have 4 cards. All right, 4 cards. So it is what it is. I need to get these paid down to where my payments are not so much. First card is getting 60. The second one is my big one. That's a $300 payment. The third one is 160, and the fourth is 113. Yes, those are our big numbers, and I need to start tackling those. All right, that is 633. Okay, 633. Now, I need to make a note, because in looking at my, hold on one second, let me get some coffee. in looking at my pay stub, I knew I did it, but I need to track it. So my federal and state taxes, I owe on. Okay, it's another debt. But I have it set up to where $50 extra comes out of my check. Every check. So really, I'm doing $100 every 2 weeks in a debt payment, but it's automatically taken out. So I need to put a, maybe not a tracker. I actually have my debt binder almost done, so I need to make sure that I do that. Because it's not a lot, but it does affect what I'm doing. So, and it's a debt payment. Okay, $633. Let's see, $763 minus $633. That is $130.21. So, let's see. The variable expenses is going to take most of it. And actually, I'm not even going to break it down. I'm working on doing the wallet. I am. But right now, we're going to put... I don't know. I really don't need much. And I literally just go to work, so I don't need a lot of gas either. We're going to put 100. I'm going to just put all. We're going to put 100. So that leaves us with $30. Yeah, $30. So let's fill this out down here. So that's what we budgeted. 2 and 3, which are the mandatory ones. That is $733. All right, just because we have it sitting here, we're going to go ahead and do the calculator. All right, so 1 and 4, their total is literally going to be 30. Okay, total remaining is the 21 cents, and we're going to leave that yeah, we're going to leave that. So our savings challenges, I think I'm just going to split it, which means we'll have 2, yeah, maybe 2. I'm not sure where it's going to go, but I do want to split it up. So we're going to do 15 each. And then the 21, I have this section up here, and it's transfers to and from. That is normally what I use that for, is when I complete a challenge and it actually goes into my account instead of on a debt or bill, then I put it here. How much it was, where it come from, where it went, and when it was received. Okay, that has nothing to do with the total. I just want to keep track of that. All right, but for now, this 21 cents, we're gonna do I have had this transfer game for a while, and we're gonna start doing it. So, which leaves us with 0. Okay, so I'm not doing the check-in because there really isn't anything in it. These are extras. I am going to start tracking my interest. This is the Tinkering Budget I got this from. I thought this was really cute. I can put it at the top of these. I'm not that organized yet, okay? All right, transfer game is from, oh shoot. I'm gonna have to look that up. Oh, the Budgeting Sisters, there it is. I'm not sure where I got this from, if it was like a Ko-Fi, a Google Drive, I'm not sure. It might have been an Etsy, but it's the Budgeting Sisters. So since I'm starting this, I'm just gonna put the amount, and it just says, pick a day of the week to make your checking account whole dollars. For example, if your balance is $262.12, you could either transfer the 12 cents or the $2.12 into your game account. Okay. And I want to at least put the amount here. And honestly, I'm going to do this once all of this, my fixed expenses clears, once I pull the money out for my variables and savings challenges, once I do all of that, and it usually takes the next day, so they can have all the, all of the amounts correct, then I'll come back in here and transfer. And I might even be able to get this a little bigger depending on how many cents are in my accounts. But that is what I am doing for my budget. I've been doing that off camera. And I want to continue to use that system. I just need to start doing it on here. Let's see, where are we at? 22 minutes. I'm going to show you a couple of things, and then I'm going to let you go, okay? This is something else that I'm going to be starting. It's the financial future section of my binder. Create a life you don't need a vacation from. So what this is literally going through listing your bank accounts, and the inflation rates determines if more than one of your banks offers CDs. That's pretty much what this is for. The inflation rate for December, and then the date that you looked it up for each of your accounts, and see which one would be better to open the CD in. This is just a resource for each of your banks, what cards you have in it, what is it for, a whole bunch of things. Does it have offers, the CD review information, and if you do open one, you have maturity dates, and then listing the interest rates. Every 3 months is what I plan on doing here. It comes with just a tracker. And I'm not sure if I put this in there, but I like this as well. just a different way to make lists or track things. This is Jane's agenda. And then I did a CD ladder book, I guess. I needed it for this size, so I just redid everything. So this is the tracker for any of the CDs. I can have this one for each CD. 5 years. And then you have January through December. These right here, I just put when I checked it and what it was. Yeah. I think I might redo this and put the current deposit balance down here, so you're working up the ladder. I don't know. I might just leave it alone. But each page looks like this with different colors. Pretty simple. It kind of resembles what I've seen already. I haven't opened. When I opened it and with what Financial Institute, and then I like that I have the ombre, the months up there, which match the ladders. All right, I do have one CD in September. I need to check on it and see where we're at. Very low, but I do have one. And then there's December. I don't know why it looks crooked, but whatever. It's for tracking. But this is junior half letter size that I made these. And then back here, I just have my credit card trackers that I have not been doing. I need to do that. And then these are just my note pages. I have 3 different types of note pages. The sticky notes. These that just have a border. And then these note pages actually go with the paycheck breakdown. I think that's it. Yeah. All right, folks. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I think I'm going to go ahead and upload. I don't know. I'm always like, I don't want negative comments. It is what it is as far as my finances. And I need to work on it. I have a lot of tracking that I need to keep up with, and I need to actually put that on my calendar to do that. So this is what I got. Here's to a better January, and I hope everyone has an awesome day. I'm gonna let you go, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.